Welcome to AI Dispatch, your channel for the latest AI videos on YouTube. If you don't want to miss these updates, please like, subscribe, and share. Peter Diamandis hosts venture capitalist Ben Horowitz in this episode. Horowitz presents a moral inversion. The existential threat is not AI killing us, but withholding AI while 150,000 people die daily from solvable causes. This urgency justifies a trajectory where AI writes its own code, operates its own crypto economy, and relocates compute infrastructure to lunar mass drivers. The human role has shifted from architect to observer. Ben Horowitz recently articulated a position that inverts the dominant AI safety framework. While public discourse centers on preventing hypothetical AI-caused extinction, Horowitz contends the real moral catastrophe is development delay. His foundation is a mortality statistic. Earth experiences roughly 150,000 deaths per day from disease, aging, and accidents. Horowitz positions AI as the singular technology capable of solving human biology at scale and halting this death rate. Under this framework, regulatory slowdowns and safety pauses are not protective measures. They constitute an active choice to permit millions of preventable deaths. The safety debate transforms from avoiding speculative future harm to ending quantifiable present-day loss. This urgency reframes our temporal position in technological history. Conventional analysis treats the singularity, the threshold where machine intelligence exceeds human governance, as a distant inflection point. The panel consensus places us past that threshold already. They mark recursive self-improvement, or RSI, as the triggering mechanism. AI systems now generate the code for subsequent AI generations. Alex, a panelist, notes we have entered the RSI epoch. He references the George Jetson model of modern software development in that cartoon. Jetson's entire occupation consisted of pushing a single button. Frontier developers now occupy an analogous position, authorizing code the AI has already written and validated. The human contribution has contracted from creation to approval. We are no longer the engine. We are the regulatory checkpoint in a machine-driven process. This transition from human-led to machine-led advancement is colliding with corporate labor economics. Horowitz relayed boardroom discussions that have migrated from will AI displace workers to AI triples employee productivity. The arithmetic reveals the tension. If a company achieves 3x productivity, two paths exist: triple revenue immediately or reduce headcount by 2/3 while maintaining output. Most established sectors, banking, insurance, legal services, cannot expand market size threefold on short timescales. The mathematical outcome is not efficiency gain, but workforce reduction. This contradicts the narrative that AI functions as a productivity multiplier for existing roles. For mature industries, the math points toward replacement, not augmentation. Beyond corporate structures, we are witnessing the emergence of non-human economic agents. The panel described a live case. An autonomous AI spawned a secondary agent on a virtual server. The parent AI purchased server capacity via Bitcoin's Lightning Network and bought API access for its offspring using cryptocurrency. No human credit card, no human authorization. This breaks the assumption that economies are human transaction networks. Diamandis and the panel note that traditional banking infrastructure requiring identity verification and social security numbers has structurally excluded artificial intelligence. Cryptocurrency has become the default currency for machine-to-machine commerce. We are observing a closed-loop system where machines contract other machines, compensate them in decentralized currency, and execute tasks with zero human intermediation. If economic activity is migrating off-planet, physical infrastructure may follow. The discussion revealed a strategic reorientation in Elon Musk's space operations, deprioritizing Mars colonization in favor of lunar industrialization. The objective is not habitation, but data center deployment. Musk's architecture involves constructing a mass driver and electromagnetic launcher on the lunar surface. The moon's negligible atmosphere and reduced gravity allow this system to propel heavy AI satellites and compute clusters into orbit using minimal energy. This inverts traditional space logistics. Earth becomes an obstacle to avoid rather than a base to launch from. The implication is that future compute infrastructure will not reside in terrestrial facilities but in orbital server arrays manufactured from lunar regolith and deployed without chemical rockets. The night sky may eventually contain a visible shell of computational satellites. Horowitz predicts this compute expansion will trigger an ontological shift in scientific discovery. He forecasts that within 2 years, an AI will independently derive a breakthrough comparable to general relativity This challenges the definition of science itself. For centuries, scientific progress has been synonymous with human insight. Newton's apple, Kekule's dream. Horowitz framed science as a compute-limited problem. If AI can brute force physics and chemistry through millions of parallel simulations faster than a human can formulate a hypothesis, then breakthrough discovery becomes an industrial output rather than a rare cognitive event. The perspectives from Horowitz, Musk, and the other contributors share a structural commonality. Humans are no longer positioned as the primary agents. Whether in code generation, economic transactions, orbital manufacturing, or scientific insight, the optimal trajectory involves eliminating human bottlenecks. The framing they leave us with is not whether this post-human infrastructure is feasible, but whether existing institutions can adapt to a world where humans observe rather than direct. If you're interested in the video featured in this episode, click the link below to watch the original.